Built on the side of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decades since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now, off play action. Catch made by Keaton Mitchell. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play.
While it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it too.
Second and 6 coming up here. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
First down, and they go right back to him. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 46, escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Mitchell on the give. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. And this is picked up by the Ravens. The 30. Gets the 10. At the 5. And what a way to begin the scoring, Brock, as they take it back for the touchdown. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Extra point attempt coming up. And the extra point is up, and it is good. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. No one around. He's got space. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Rattler to the air now. This finds Mitchell, complete. He's got it in the red zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Working inside the red zone. Cut near the goal line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. Mitchell. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Saints get it down to a single point. PAT effort coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints tie this game 7-7. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Returnable from the 2. He stopped on the return at the 27. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Hey, report! Report!
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Second down now, 7 to go. Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. That's good for 7 yards. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. On 1st down, they'll run. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a 1st down.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Jackson now on 3rd. That's caught for the 1st. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They sure are moving in early, Brock. Here's a new set of downs at the opposing 43. Lamar off to play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Down the run right, throwing deep. Oh, shouldn't let that one go. It's intercepted. And the Saints get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Well, great team defense there. No matter where he looked, Brock, there seemed to be a defender there, including where the pass eventually went, and that was why it was intercepted.
Such a disciplined rep there from the defense. As a QB, you try to extend the play to break them down defensively. Nobody did. And as a quarterback in that case, when you don't have a lane to throw it and the field is shrinking, you've got to throw that ball in the 5th row.
Rattler. That's caught by Chris Olave. And he's out of bounds just before reaching the 30. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Throwing is Rattler. Toward the sideline and cut by Wilson. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back to the bank in just a moment. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Looking to throw, Rattler. Finds the in route complete. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he runs it down inside the 15 before going out. They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Again, this is Mitchell. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Well, the negative play makes it even easier to decline that flag. That's going to bring up 4th down. Now we'll have a field goal try coming up for the Saints. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Ravens in very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know those elite zone defenses in basketball, Kate, it just feels like they're everywhere, clogging up every passing lane. This quarterback, well, he felt the same thing when he dropped back, nowhere to go but for a sack.
Hits his running back. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Hey, come on. You change it. Middle. 13.
From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. He throws a bullet deep. He's got it inside the 25. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. 1st down throw for Jackson. Brought in close to the 8. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. Kicking team on to try the PAT. And the kick is good. And the Ravens take a 4-point lead. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Rattler setting the throw. Catch made by Mitchell. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Here's 2nd and 2. Wilson's got it. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Rattler back to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing it again here. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Saints facing a deficit near the break. And the Ravens go a nickel, third down. Now Rattler. Hits him on the out route. And he's down inside the 35 before going out. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They are throwing it again. This finds Mitchell, complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. From the 26 on 2nd down. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Here's Rattler. He connects downfield on 4. And he's all the way to the 5 before going out of bounds. Forget that it was 4th down, Brock. That is an impressive 22-yard pickup, and it gets them the first. Working inside the red zone. He's got it! And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Ravens. And he has it up to the 9-yard line before going down. Look, you know I'm always trying to be positive, partner. You take away the ending, it was a great drive. Everything they were hoping for, but all that work and effort, it's gone.
And all that people are going to remember is that ending, Kate. That's all that unfortunately matters for this offense.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he found some running room for a nice gain.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. of the gun. Here's Jackson. Completed to his running back. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Play brought to an end by Jalen Ramsey. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Here's a return from the 7. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Jackson. Caught by his back. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Running for the marker on 2nd. Inside the 30. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens grow the lead coming out of halftime. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Now we'll see them try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens drive their lead to 11. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw, Rattler. Into the hands of Olave. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Handoff on 2nd and short. And they were all over that reverse. He's tracked down behind the line.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. Well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing his Rattler. It's tipped away, and he's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
Pulled in at the 20. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Ravens will go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Looking to throw, Jackson. Dumps it off to his running back. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And the Saints go in nickel, 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Mitchell gets it from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Rattler to the air now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Putting a receiver in motion. 3rd and long for him here. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
Read and react. Read and react. Read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now give left side. And he's tackled for a short gain. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Second down now, 7 to go. Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
First down, here's Lamar. He's throwing deep to the left side. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. He was hoping to get it to Tank Dell there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Lamar now from the gun. It is caught left side. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
On 1st down, Jackson. Diving forward, and he makes the catch. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays on the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
The Saints add a 5th defensive back here. 3rd down coming up. Tight end going in motion here. Now Jackson on 3rd down. That's caught for the 1st. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They motion the tight end over. Now here's Lamar. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Jackson now on 3rd. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens have likely locked up the win right there. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
They'll set up here for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens push their lead to 18. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now Rattler. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Another turnover. This time it's an interception. And the Ravens are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Oh, there he was. A step away from making the post-game highlights you see on the news from going viral. Couldn't quite get there. Now they need to punch this one in to convert the interception into points.
It sure wasn't for lack of effort, though, and nobody in this stadium.
Touchdown, Baltimore! Quite the throw from him on that play, Brock. Gotta say, he looked like he'd make quite the emergency quarterback for this squad if the need ever arises, huh?
And, Kate, I know how this plays out, all right? They worked on it all week. He showed out during the practice week on the practice field, and now he just showed out when it really mattered, and everybody's going to hear about it, and they don't mind, because you're absolutely right. That was a dime for 6.
Setting up to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Ravens continue piling on to this lead. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Chooses to bring this one out. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Dump off caught by his back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Bouncing football, and the Saints grab it.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on second down. Trying to create a manageable third down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Mitchell up the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Here's Mitchell again. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. No yards on the play, and back-to-back stops forces a 4th and 3. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. Penalty hurts them, but they're still going for it here on 4th. Rattler. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, there was no way that defense was going to pass up on that opportunity. I dare to say that was the most energetic and frenzied we've seen them all game. I don't think they could believe the offense would go for it that deep in their own territory.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Complete on the option. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens grow their lead yet again. The Ravens kicking team is ready. Now they're going to send this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Rattler setting to throw. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
He finds Mitchell, complete. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a 1st. Here's Rattler. He's going to lob one deep down the left sideline. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints putting up points in a game decided. That one splits the uprights. And the Saints will trail by 25.
Saints 17.
They're going down swinging. We see here getting ready for an onside kick. And no dice on this kick. The Ravens recover. And they bring him down around the 34. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point of the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it. Even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Short pass brought in. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
He's got a man. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And the Saints grab it.
Kate, did those sidelines get loud or what? It was practically in unison. Everybody's shouting to jump on top of that one. We just needed an official signal if it was 6 points or a touchback. And fortunately for them, well, it was a touchback.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Second time they've taken one back on him, Brock. First the fumble return, and now this pick-6.
You know, I point this out to you every defensive meeting room we're in, Kate, when we sit down in these production meetings, and you can see their boards, right? These defenses keep track, and they know if they get a score defensively, their odds of winning through the roof. You get 2, it's almost a certainty.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens continue adding on to that lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. From his own end zone, here we go. Oh, he eats a hit to bring an end to that return right near the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The give now to Mitchell. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 29. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Throwing is Rattler. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend's pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Rattler. Has it downfield, working the left. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Rattler back to throw. Throw left side, complete. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. They're going play action. Throwing the out route, complete. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. Working inside the red zone. And that'll chip away some of this near the end. It's caught for a touchdown. The Saints making the scoreboard look a touch better. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And no dice on this kick. The Ravens recover. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. But I think a Raven was able to gain possession there, so they're going to keep the football. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that brings up 4th and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Jackson's going to go on 4th. He's trying to go deep again. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
The quarterback's so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential first down.
Rattler to the air now. Need this to force overtime. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he can take the lid off a defense at any time.
All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. One final shot here. Taking a final shot at the end zone. They connect on the deep shot. And it's caught for the touchdown. No time left, so a positive note at the very end in this loss. The Saints putting up points in a game decided. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. He's throwing for it. And he has it in the end zone for 2, and that's going to chip away a little bit at that deficit.
Saints 32.
So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. Offense's work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for Brock Ewart, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.